Today I'm going to show you how to build a super simple Enderman XP farm from Minecraft. The item list is in the description below, so you can go check that out now if you want to get the items, because I know how hard it is to try and gather items in survival, so it just makes it a little bit more easier if you have the item list. So go check that out now, it's just in the description. It's quite easy to read and everything like that. And if you want to go straight to the tutorial, then you can do by using the timestamps. There's also timestamps which will be either underneath or above the item list. So if you want to go straight to the tutorial, which you probably will do, you can just click on the timestamp right next to the word tutorial, and you will be able to, you'll be sent straight to the tutorial. I know that some people want to hear how this works. Now I'm going to go through how the mobs will actually spawn in. So, oh, there's an Enderman that just spawned in, that's quite funny. But anyway, so the Enderman will spawn in this platform here. So it's 13 by 13, which is a similar size to what you'd get in a Wither Skeleton skull farm. So if you see the cross in the bridge and everything like that, you can see the bounding box of that is 13 by 13. So you'd get that sort of size. So now over here we've got the leaves around here, and this is for pack spawning. So I'll show you what I mean by pack spawning. So Endermen spawn in packs of 4. Some mobs can spawn in higher packs and some can spawn in lower packs, such as Ghast spawn in packs of 1. It can't be any more. I don't see why it would be any more anyway. Because it's so big anyway, and it'd be really annoying in the Soul Sand Valley if you get so many Ghasts everywhere. So if a pack tried to spawn here, so if I get my torches actually, if the pack spawned here, and then try to spawn on any of these leaves here, they would, instead of spawning on these leaves, as mobs can't spawn on these leaves, they'll go over here and spawn in this area here. But if this wasn't leaves, if this was just void, there would be no attempt to spawn a pack. So you just get one Enderman here, and if the pack went here, one here. So you only get a pack of 2, but as there's leaves here, you get the additional 2, which would have spawned in these leaves here, or this void here. And as there's leaves here, it doesn't spawn in the leaves because mobs can't spawn on leaves. They'll spawn into here like that. If this was void, it would just be cancelled straight away. Now up here, as you can see, we've got an endermite here. So now from 64 blocks away, endermen can see endermites and they'll go after the endermite. So endermen don't like endermites, so you have to spawn it in with an ender pearl. If you use a spawn egg, it won't work. But if it's spawned in with an ender pearl, the endermen won't like the endermite, and it can see it from around 64 blocks away. So it's quite a big distance. We don't need that sort of distance, so for this we're just going to put a random endermite here, and he's on top of a iron bar, so the enderman can see him when they're going all the way down here. They can still see him no matter what. Now over here we've got some carpets here, and that's to stop them from teleporting up here, because it could be a bit dangerous. Even though it can't really actually get up here, we still don't want them teleporting here anyway, because it could get stuck here. So if they teleport onto this bit here, they can get stuck on this iron bar, and they won't be able to fall into here. Now over here we've got a trapdoor set up, so this will trick the enderman because the AI isn't that great. So they think this is a full block and they can just walk into this like that, when actually they can't, because they just can't, because they're not very smart. Now the enderman will fall down this tube over here, and they'll go down 43 blocks down, so they'll take quite a lot of damage, and they'll be on half a heart around. So that'll be good enough to hit them with your sword. You can even use a wooden sword and it'll still kill them straight away. So you could add sweeping edge to your sword too, it will speed up a little bit. But this farm is perfect for like if you have only like a stone sword or an iron sword, or even just a normal wooden sword. You can still kill them really quickly, and that's what makes this farm so good, because you can just take them out really quickly. Now over here we've got a road over here which is made out of leaves, and that's because mobs can't spawn on them. And leaves are really easy to get. You can just get some shears from like your iron farm or something and get leaves really quickly. So that's why I'm using leaves. They're really easy to get, much easier than glass or other blocks like that. And then over here we've got a setup here, so with the string and carpet. So as you can't put carpet on the void because it just won't work, because you need a block underneath it. We're just going to be using string, and this is at Y1, so you can't put any blocks underneath because it's the block limit. And it's just carpet on top of here, and this is because if endermen teleport out here, which they can do, they won't be able to get to you because they'll just be standing here and they won't know what to do because of their AI again. Because their AI really isn't that great. Like their AI isn't good with the trapdoor thing, and their AI isn't good with this. So you don't think they can move any further. So they're just going to be standing there, and you can just go over here and kill them with your sword. And there should be one hit because they would have fallen down there by now. Now over here is the killing area. So under this carpet is an hopper. And over here is daylight sensors. You can also use slabs if you want to. I just like the look of daylight sensors. They look quite cool. They add a bit of contrast to the build. And over here we've got my enchantment table and anvils. This is all optional. This is just additions, so you can enchant stuff and stuff like that. Over here we've got the chest system. This thing does fill up really quickly. Like this is already filled up, so you probably want to make a bigger chest system if you really want to collect all the items, which you probably do because they're ender pearls, and ender pearls are quite useful just for like ender chests and stuff like that, and also teleportation too. They're quite a useful tool. So if you want to store them all, then you can just make a bigger chest system, but it's quite hard to do it at Y1, so you've got that limitation. Now over here we've got carpet on top of these bits here to stop endermen from teleporting up here. Sometimes they are able to get up here. I found them get up here, but I really don't know why. They shouldn't be able to teleport up here, so it's not that. I'm not too sure why they keep getting up here, but it's not too much of a problem because they just jump down here and fall onto here and can't do anything about it. So you're perfectly safe, and this is also 2.5 blocks up, which is too small for them. They can't even fit in here, so you should be perfectly safe. Just make sure to have some food just in case they hit you. They can also sometimes hit you here, so if you're standing here, so don't stand too close. Make sure you're standing around on the edge here, like that, so the enderman can't get you, and then just hit them with your sword. And you should be close enough for the sweeping edge effect and stuff like that, but not too far away to like not get much damage or not have the sweeping effect. So this should be the optimal place where you should stand. Now you're going to want to start off from your main end island, so make sure you've killed the ender dragon and got your dragon deck. You know you want to protect it and everything like that, so make sure you've killed the ender dragon. And we're going to go over to the edge here, so you might see an end gateway. You might want to start from that area there, or you might not actually, because you might be building a Wolf of Rose farm in the future. So you probably don't want to, so just go choose a random edge, any edge you want, maybe one that's quite close to where you started, so where you go through into the end, and where the portal, where you end up, where the obsidian platform is. You probably want to build it quite close to there, so if you go down to the lowest point, so this is quite low, so I'm going to go here, and I'm going to get some blocks, place them in like this, like that, get some weeping vines, and just push them down like this. You're going to have to do that a bit. Now, what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to open your debug menu, and you're going to need to make sure that it's at, now you need to make sure you're low enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down here, so this is quite dangerous. So if you want to, you can use your elytra or something like that to make sure that you're high enough, you're low enough or not. You're going to have to go on the edge, like that, and it's a bit risky. Or I fell, so it's a bit risky, so make sure you have like an elytra or something. And you're probably going to have to place a block down here, so this is Y1, so just to make sure it's Y1, I'm going to stand on this block here. Yep, Y1. So perfect. So this is quite dangerous, so make sure you have an elytra. Otherwise it's going to be quite risky and you're probably going to die quite easily. Now you're going to need all your leaf blocks, and you're going to have to build outwards like this. So you're going to have to bridge across here. You can speed bridge if you want to, if you're really that good. But I don't think many people are really that great at speed bridging, or would really want to risk all this time just to do that. It's a bit dangerous, so I don't really advise speed bridging or anything like that, unless you're a really big pro, like some of the pro Minecraft players. So you're going to have to build out, so make sure to build out around 150 blocks out, pretty much until you can't see the end island in render. So it will take up a lot of leaf blocks, but they're quite easy to get, so it shouldn't be too much of a pain. Now once you've built out far enough, you're going to need your string, and we're going to place some string across here like this. And we're going to make a big platform here to give the player some space, just in case like an enderman's here and it tries to hit the player in. There's a lower chance of it hitting it into the void. So we really don't want that to happen, so we have this big platform here just to make sure that doesn't happen. So now I'm going to put some blocks across it like this, and across here. Now what we're going to need to do is we're going to get a hopper, and before we place the hopper in, I'm just going to place a section here, like this, and like that. And I'm going to break that block there, and place some chests in like this. And I'm going to fill it in a bit like this, and here. So we'll have this sort of platform over here, and just like this. Now I'm going to make this a smaller one, so I'm not going to have the enchantment table area. Next, place a torch in here so that no mobs will spawn here, because you really don't want to have to deal with endermen. And I'm going to get some slabs and place them round here like this. You can also use daylight sensors or any other block bit like this. It doesn't really matter that much. We just need this perfect block height. Then I'm going to put a block here and some blocks up here. Like that. Now I'm probably going to break this one actually. I'm going to put a temp block here, some blocks here, and just some across here. Now what we'll need to do is we're going to place a temp block here, some blocks around here, not one there, and just round here like this. Temp block like that, and a block there. Across like that. And some blocks up here, like that. Perfect. And some slabs up here. Perfect, like this. Now we're going to get some blocks, place them in like this, and I'm going to put some normal blocks here. So you can have a different arrangement of slabs and normal blocks if you want to. You could add this as slabs here as well. That might be a bit easier for you if you want to, but I'm going to have them as blocks. Like that. And I'm going to close it in like this. Like that. And now we're going to get some carpet, and we're going to cover this in with carpet that will 2-block high carpet. Now we're going to get some carpet and place it down here like this, and we're going to break a hole up here like that. And what we're going to do is we're going to go up here, and we're going to have to build all the way up to Y44. Now once you've built the tube that goes all the way up to Y44, we're going to have to build out 6 blocks in each direction. So from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. From here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And from all these directions, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to have to fill this platform in, and make sure to torch it up so no mobs can spawn up here, so I know it can get a little bit annoying. Now I'll fill this with a ring of leaves, so go 5 blocks out. And this is 4, so I'll go out an extra block. And then just make a ring around the whole thing. Now once you've made the ring, you're going to need some blocks, and you're going to place a temp block here and break that block. Place some blocks around here, put a temp block here, and put some blocks around here, and you can break that temp block. Get some carpet. It can be any carpet you want, and place a 2-block up carpet like that. Then get a trapdoor, place it in like this, and place a trapdoor in like this. And then we're going to place a temp block in, so if we place it on the edge of the carpet, not there, and there, we can break that. And then put a iron bar up here, like that. Now onto probably the worst bit, which is trying to get the endermite. So this bit's really annoying, just because endermites are just annoying in general. So I advise having an elytra when doing this, it just makes it much easier to escape. But what you're going to need to do is you're going to be placing blocks around here, get some rail. You're going to need 2 blocks worth of rail. Put a 10 block there and a block there. Go around here and just fill this in like that. And we're going to fill in all of these edges like that. And this is to make sure that the endermite doesn't escape. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here, and this is going to be a long process, but you're just going to have to spam ender pearls. So once you get an endermite, you'll quickly need to rename it before it despawns and get it into the minecart. So I'll show you how to get it into the minecart in a second. So once I get an actual endermite. Okay, so I got an endermite quite quickly. That's more quicker than normal actually. Now I'm going to rename it, and then I'm going to get a minecart and get it inside a minecart. This might take up quite a few ender pearls, so be warned. Make sure to get a load of ender pearls. You can get them from clerics, or you could just kill some random endermen on the ender island. Really simple, just get a load of ender pearls. Not too hard. It could be hard. You could also get it from bartering if you want to, but it's much easier just to get it from a villager. So now I've got the endermite in a minecart, and I put it in place on top of this iron bar here. We now break all of this, and the endermite won't despawn whatsoever because it's inside the minecart and it's renamed. Now I'm going to get rid of this rail here, and just get rid of the rest of these blocks here. And when you've got the endermite in, you just need to fly out. So now the last step is just to add some extra blocks here. It just means that if the endermen get you to get up here, it means they won't be able to go down and try and kill you. So it will just save you a bit, and you can just crouch in through here like that and get into the space here. So now the last step, which is the kind of like risky step, because like you'll get a ton of endermen down there and it might be a bit laggy. So if you're on a laggy server, then just be wary of this. But just break these torches here. So if you didn't have torches, then you probably already had endermen spawning, and the endermite's still there. Just wanted to check. If I go down here like that, endermen will start spawning. As you can see, the endermen have already started spawning, and they've spawned really quickly. So they will spawn really quickly, and you'll get a ton of endermen spawning at once, and you just have to kill them really quickly. Now some of them will die from entity cramming if you leave it too long. So I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you want to, you can subscribe, but I really don't mind because I do this for fun. This is quite fun to make, and if you want to, you can leave a like too. That actually helps a lot because it means the video will get suggested more, so more people will know how to build a really simple XP farm in the end. So make sure to leave a like if you want to. It's all optional, just saying. And also if you have any questions, put it down in the comment section. I might be able to answer it. It depends if I see it or not, because sometimes I don't see comments. Be wary of that. Like, don't get angry if I don't see your comment. So don't worry about that. So best place to comment is probably my community post too, because I see the comments more often there. or if you can join my Discord server and ask a question there, you'll get answers really quickly. So make sure to join my Discord server if you have any questions, because it's really easy to get a question answered there. And I'll see you in the next video if you're going to watch any more of my videos, and goodbye.